When you take your myMT out of the box, it will be in these three pieces. Screw your handles onto your hinge piece. Be sure to screw it on all the way up to the end of the threading here. Don't have it halfway down or something, because when you put leverage on the tool, you may bend it. So make sure it's all the way up like this one is. myMT's greatest advantage is your ability to do actual strokes with this tool because of its swiveling ability. So not only can you take it and squeeze, you can actually take it and do strokes with it. So if I wanted to work on my neck, I can take this, spin it out of the way, put it up and underneath my arm, find a spot on my neck here, go ahead and do strokes. Now make sure that you're not flopping this around so that this ball falls over. Get the spot that you need, and you can do actual strokes with it. When you first put your myMT together, it will probably be a little stiff in here. So give it a little working back and forth, and just use over time will loosen that up. I made it so that it would keep a certain amount of stiffness in there, because when you are doing strokes, you don't want it being super loose like this, and you'd have to use more of your wrist strength. So having a little bit of firmness in there takes away from having to use your wrist so much. Kind of holds it right in place for me. Don't ever take this part out of here. This is your swiveling mechanism. Now if for some reason you've twisted it around a couple times and you've loosened it, go ahead and tighten it back up. You can see where the threading is. You should be right to where the threading gets into the wood, but don't ever go any farther than that, because it's only threaded into that wood. And if you keep forcing it around because you think you want to shorten up these distances, you'll end up stripping it. If you want to change your ball to a narrower tip and maybe even add an extension, basically these pieces are all right here in the tool, and you just screw them out of here. And if you want to convert your tool into other tools, this is how you do it. The same way you put this together, you would take this apart here, take these pieces apart as necessary. So here now I've taken the ball out and I just put it right back onto the end over here. And I put in a tip with an extension on there, which I may want to use and need to use if I'm going to work on my shoulder, because I'll need a little bit more space in there. For working on my legs, I swapped over and put a ball on the end here. I'm going to spin this one out of the way. Bring this up and through. Add a little lotion as necessary anywhere, but I would suggest not to put very much lotion. You don't want to be slipping and slapping all over. You want to grab right into that tissue nicely, but without pulling at your skin. The perfect tool. You could do a nice stroke right down through there. Control exactly how much pressure I want, the exact speed. Of course, if you're in the privacy of your own home, you can take your clothes off. You can be laying down, you can go anywhere you want through the gluteal area in the rear end here. Go to the piriformis. You can change up your tip, of course, make it pointier if you want. You could sit here and be stripping right through these muscles little by little. Generally, when I just want to work on this upper shoulder neck area, I have the peg in this upper hole here, and I hold on to it, the same arm here, and I put this arm across so I can work across like this. Now when I want to get myself down farther into my back, what I do is I actually swap my arm right over to the other side here. And then I can get down between my scapula farther. You may also want to add another extension onto there and add a third one. Be sure that whenever you put your attachments on here, though, your extensions, that they're always very snug. You don't want to leave them loose, because if you get some force on it, you might end up bending it in there. Now to get into my psoas, what I've done is taken this with an extension. Instead of putting it into this close hole, I put it over here into this one, because all I have to do now is just take and twist it back. Take this part of the handle and I just slide it under my back to hold it. If I needed a little towel or something under there, if it was bothering my back, I could do that. Now I have a lot of control over it. Now I have the leverage over here, and I could also hang on it here to have a lot more control over what I'm doing. Now I can also, in this situation, take it and use it for my pectoral. Put this and hold it under my back, just like I did before here. I just kind of lay it on it there. And now I can take it and work on my pecs. Now if I had had the peg here in this hole, it may not have come down far enough for me. Here I'm taking it, getting just a little bit of the calf stuff here. Again, same position, I just have it on the floor and I have my foot on the middle piece right here. Stabilize it a little bit, run my forearms across. You can detach this piece from the hole, add your pegs like this. You can use it to lay on the ground. Lay yourself on the ground first, spin yourself to your side, and you can place this where you want and roll back into it. Use your legs to control how much pressure by swinging them over. Again, you may want to put it together like this. A little support on the side, with the ball in there. Get that hard to get spot. Get into your hamstrings. Set it underneath there. In this situation, I took it and I added the two butt to butt right again together, so it's nice and long. Put this in here for stability, and I actually put it right under my glutes. I lay right on it with my rear here to stabilize it. I set it out a little bit because if I get it too far underneath, it can flop over this way a little bit. And I could lay down here, get the back side of my shoulders right into my triceps, upper triceps a little bit. In this one, I took the two long handle pieces and screwed this one over into here. Took the two extensions with a ball and put it on here, or I could use the smaller tip. Now I can take this piece, hang on to it with my hand, bring it down here so I can run my calf across it if I want. Or just sit and hold it. If I need to inch it along, I could just pull it little by little. Keep moving it up my calf. Here's myMT and all its parts unassembled. Basically everything goes male into a female end on here. Now, in order to be able to take these two sticks here and these handles and put them together and create another nice, real long tool that, say, you want to work on somebody on the floor or doing some other thing that you may see in my video. Basically what I did was add this double female into here. So this has no other purpose other than to allow this one to go over into here. But this converts back so that you have your two smaller pieces, your two extensions. So when they're all together now, then you have your two handles. Now I have this nice long tool that I've made out of it. I may want to use that and just have somebody on the floor at home or something like that. It gives me a little bit of a handle. I can use it like this. You can do strokes with it, I'm sure. With this one, I took the little handle piece that was up here out and I added it into the middle to make this just one long, nice pull. So I can use it like this if I want. Maybe I want to get up into my underarm right here. I can do some of this work. I can also take my shoes and socks off if I want. Take that piece, lay it down, support with the other foot. And it's an excellent foot massager. The perfect size ball. And if you want to put one of the narrower pegs on there, you can go right ahead.